really we're covering a lot of things: cussing, cursing, colorful language, and then a lot of the biblical topics that people bring to this are unwholesome talk, corrupting talk. A lot of the language that is in the Bible about cussing and cursing refers to negative speech about other people that's close to slander and gossip and things like that. And it sounds like people don't want to use bad language because they want to build people up and not tear them down. But you can tear down people tremendously and have corrupting talk about them and unwholesome talk without using any words that society says are offensive at all. And I kind of think that's even more of what the Bible's talking about, a lot more than what I would consider colorful language. Well, the Bible's clear on what it is a sin to use corrupting talk or to use unwholesome talk and to tear people down. Those things are sins, yes. Do I cuss? Yes, I do. I think I do, based on a lot of people's definition, but I actually think everybody does by somebody's definition. So somebody thinks whatever language any of us use is going to be offensive and stuff like that. So I'm sure that I cuss by somebody's definition. Although I will have to go one further and say I do use words that are four-letter words and ones that probably are generally thought of by everybody's cussing. I don't think it hurts my witness. I don't really even understand why that people make such a big deal about that in this case, because hurt your witness, I think they mean that if somebody hears you cuss, then you can't witness the gospel to them, or they can't see the gospel in you, or you'll be ineffective. But let's remember that Jesus was accused of being a glutton and a drunkard. He never sinned, but he must have been doing things that made people think that he was a drunkard or glutton. I'm making wine for a party where people had already been drinking for a couple of days. You know, so did that hurt his witness? If you do something sinful, it can hurt your witness. But that's really what we're talking about. If you're using colorful language in a way that's not sinful, then I don't think it hurts your witness at all. And this is the King James Version that says this: avoid any appearance of evil. Avoid every appearance of evil really is more like avoid every occurrence of evil. So religious people love that appearance thing, because then it reinforces them that they need to appear to look good, which is what a lot of people really want to do, is appear to look good, whether they are good or not. My grandmother, for instance, thinks that tattoos would fall into appearing evil. We believe that tattoos are okay. We believe that alcohol is okay. Yet some people think they're not. So does tattoos hurt our witness? You know, is that a stumbling block to other people? I'm interested in getting to know you, your real self, what you're really like. I don't want a fake version of yourself based on what you think I want. You know, I think that that's something that Christians have even made worse, is like we almost expect non-Christians to act better around us. I think we come across that way. I mean, the stumbling block one is kind of troubling. I think it's a little bit overused or even abused. I don't think that's a good one. I think that sounds like a moralistic, legalistic person trying to control other people's behavior. Oh, the one that is just so crazy to me is the one that's we're supposed to be separate and not conform to this world. And again, I mean, it's just really funny, because that, to me, I picture they drive cars, so we're going to drive. Ride bikes. I mean, I don't know. It's not like we just want to be different for the sake of being different. We can be exactly like people of the world in the ways that they are created in God's image and are free to express themselves. We can't be like people of the world in sinful ways. No, not at all. To be separate so that we can show them God's character. But God's character is colorful. It is expressive. There's harsh, very harsh, and even cursing language, I believe, in the Bible. So that is not necessarily a way that we have to be different. I can think of a couple examples just right off the top of my head of how you can use cuss words to build people up. I can imagine if my buddy came in and he just got a great new job, like a promotion or something like that. I mean, I can totally imagine myself saying, "Yeah, F yeah, man, that's awesome. I knew you could do it. Like, this is great." You know, so I used maybe the F word there, but I certainly didn't mean anything vulgar, and I was encouraging him and building him up. So, you know, can you imagine if one of our soldiers was gone overseas for 6 months, and he came home and saw all those people that he used to play sports or something with, and he comes off the plane and said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see all you bastards." You know, that's just like clowning around in jest with people that you love and care about, and I don't think that that's a vulgar or a curse against somebody, and I think it really can be even edifying and building up. Not to mention, really, I believe that that kind of thing is possible to break down barriers between Christians and non-Christians. So, you know, I don't think you need to cuss to minister to people, but at the same time, non-Christians seeing us as regular people that aren't trying to whitewash our outsides or appear one way and be another way, I think is a very powerful way to witness to people. It seems really unhelpful to draw hard lines and say things like Christians should never cuss and things, because it makes it us versus them. It just makes us feel better because of how we're better than non-Christians, and I don't think that's what the scripture means at all. I'm really glad, for whatever reason, that so many people decide to get involved. I mean, this has just been good. I hope we can think of another topic or discussion to have that will be, you know, interesting to everybody out there, because I've really enjoyed it very much, and I don't have any ill will toward other people. Well, let me say that again. Sometimes I actually got a little frustrated and irritated with some people in their comments, but that's not right of me. I want to learn from other people. I want to do all this in love and stuff like that. So I'm kind of working toward that.